This morning, California lawmakers considering a new bill forcing retailers to limit self-checkout lanes in an effort to curb theft and protect jobs.
When worker safety is at risk and people lose their jobs, we in the state legislature must act, and we must act now.
According to the bill, grocery and retail stores would be required to provide at least one cashier-run station. Self-checkouts would be limited to 10 items or less, and a human worker would be required to monitor no more than 2 lanes each.
Isn't it funny every time you give a Democrat what they want, they cry about it? So what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I really do appreciate you guys stopping by. And man, I got a good one for you guys today. So right now in California, they are getting ready to get rid of self-checkouts because the theft is so crazy. Talk about giving a Democrat what they want and they get what they deserve. Now, for them to be so upset, I get it, but I really don't, because they asked for these things. This is what you vote for. This is what you stand for. This is what you get. Now you need to reap what you sow. But let's check this out. Watch this.
When worker safety is at risk and people lose their jobs, we in the state legislature must act, and we must act now.
According to the bill, grocery and retail stores would be required to provide at least one cashier-run station. Self-checkouts would be limited to 10 items or less, and a human worker would be required to monitor no more than 2 lanes each.
I mean, this is crazy, right? You guys vote for these things in California, so why do you want to get rid of it all of a sudden? I don't get it. You want to uphold the theft. You want to uphold the criminal. You want the defunding of the police. You don't want anybody to do anything right. So why are you so upset now? Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now, right? All this theft, this is going to drive all these bigger stores out of blue states and blue cities. Mark my word. Look at how many people are stealing right now. Check this out.
With one recent survey estimating more than 20 million Americans have stolen from a self-checkout kiosk, and more than 8 million planning to do it again. 69% of consumers also say it's easier to steal from a self-checkout kiosk than a cashier. This comes as major retailers have already been rethinking how to use self-checkout in stores. Most recently, Target is limiting self-checkout to 10 items or less.
The line goes quicker, but also I feel like it's not very convenient for some people that are buying a lot of stuff.
While other major retailers like Walmart and Costco experimenting with limiting self-checkout, and Dollar General removing self-checkout altogether from hundreds of its stores.
Oh, did you guys see that? 20 million people. And how do they know that 8 million people more are going to still steal? Do they go out and just ask people like, hey, you plan on stealing some more? Like, yeah, I'm just going to go steal again. Bro, you're telling me almost 50% of those people are planning on stealing again. That is ridiculous, dude. And is this just, this is all Americans. I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't just in California. This is crazy. This is a perfect example of giving Democrats exactly what they ask for. They want these kind of things. They want the criminals. They don't want the police to stop anybody. Hey, don't harm them, blah, 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 just because of their skin color. No, that doesn't make any sense. And when you have 69% of Americans saying that it's easier to steal from a self-checkout, don't you think in the wiser sense for the store, it would cost them less to just hire more employees for checkouts? I mean, I don't know the exact logistics of everything, but I would imagine I would rather be just giving that to an employee than just allowing these criminals to steal. If this were me and I owned a store, I would have no self-checkouts and I would have security. I would probably hire police officers just to work. I would say, hey, I'll pay you guys. I'll pay whatever through the city for you guys to literally come here and monitor my store, because this is ridiculous. At least Dollar General had some balls and said, hey, let's just get rid of it altogether because it doesn't make any sense. For all the theft that's going on, what is the purpose? So when they asked Mark Hamrick, who is a Bankrate senior economic analyst, here's what he had to say. Check this out.
The question is whether forcing people to a certain kind of checkout, whether that resolves the issue. And I don't think it's going to be a global solution.
Well, here's the thing, Mark Hamrick. We don't need to worry about a global solution. What we need to worry about is a national solution. We can't worry about what the way that the rest of the world does things. We need to worry about what we do here and what's right here. And what is going on is crazy with all the theft in these stores. The fact that you can't go to a Walmart without seeing underwear locked behind a lockbox. Like, what is going on? This has become almost a third world country. We cannot worry about what's going on anywhere else. We need to worry about here and only here right now. Once we get here taken care of, then we can worry about over there. But until then, we don't need to worry about a global solution. We need a national solution, and we need local solutions for these problems. We need these Democrats to realize that the criminals are not in the right, that the criminals are 99.9999999% of the time in the complete wrong. So then we have exactly what I was saying earlier about the fact that the theft could get so bad that these stores could just leave these cities and leave these states even possibly if it gets so bad statewide. Check this out.
Retail theft aside, many shoppers are taking notice of the changes.
Can we just talk about the self-checkout epidemic in the United States?
We are officially entering the downfall of self-checkouts.
As for inflation-weary shoppers in California, experts also say buyer beware over a potential downside to the bill.
I'm very worried that this will raise the cost for the businesses, which will then have to really try to resolve that issue either through raising prices or exiting the market. And consumers, we know, are already fed up with high prices.
What did I tell you? It could literally get so bad that these stores could say, you know what? It's just better for us to just leave instead of trying to fix the solution. What the solution is what nobody's realizing. Well, a lot of people realize it. They just don't want to admit it. The solution is to treat these criminals as criminals. It's common sense. Basic knowledge, right? These people are doing criminal activities. You need to treat them as such. I've seen so many different situations of people just allowing people to steal from a store. I've seen one thing where this kid rode in a bicycle inside, I believe it was like a CVS, like a Walgreens type of store, a Rite Aid or something, and literally fills up a garbage bag full of stuff and just drives out. And somebody tries grabbing it, but nobody stops the kid. This is getting ridiculous. But these Democrats vote for it. Stop voting for it and you won't get it. I promise you, things will start changing. And I'm not even saying the Republican Party's perfect. By all means, they are extremely flawed just as much. But at least the values lie a little bit differently. I don't know what to tell you. This is just getting pathetic to still support this. It makes no sense to me. But at the same time, you literally get what you get. So I want to show you guys this really quick also, right? So you could see the realization in this host's eyes, and then how the liberal media, they just try to cover it up like it's not that bad of a thing. These people are so pathetic. Check this out.
There are 20 million thieves among us. 20 million people are stolen from the
I kept hearing that. 8 million who will do it again.
Right.
Planning to.
I mean, so could it actually happen, Christine? Could they become a relic of the past?
I don't think so. And here's why. Surveys show that a lot of Americans really do like to use them. If they have a few items and they see a long line, with the cashier, they do like to use these things. Also, technology is going to continue to evolve here, where they'll be able to see better. They'll be able to maybe detect the theft a little bit better. Theft is a big problem here overall as well. But I think you're going to see a hybrid. You'll see self-checkout in some places, and you will also still see a cashier.
You guys heard that, right? This lady is seriously delusional. That makes zero sense, right? To just think that it's nothing. It's just 20. That's a lot of people to be stealing out of these stores. And imagine the ones that go through the regular checkout, right? And then just sweep a couple things into their cart unnoticed. Think about that one. I bet you it's even more than 20 million when you really break it down. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And if you like that one, please make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, hit the share, smash the notification. Make sure to also drop a comment down below. Make sure you guys also have a great one. Peace.
Terrorists,